Before we get into making adjustments to the firewall through the command line interface, we need to discuss the utility that allows us to do that. It is called Netshell. Netshell is a very powerful tool used by Windows since the XP days and Windows Server 2003. It is very detailed and has many functions to configuring a network. Netshell encompasses all network types and allows the user to utilize almost every protocol, operation, and configuration tools within the scope of network communications. Netshell can manage a single host device or a network of DNS servers on the Internet. Network Shell, in all intents and purposes, is a command line scripting utility that allows you to either locally or remotely display or modify the network configuration of a computer that is currently running. Network Shell also provides a scripting feature that allows you to run a group of commands in batch mode against a specified computer. Network Shell can also save a configuration script in a text file for archival purposes. So let's go ahead and take a look at the command line interface. Okay, as you can see, we are in the command line interface, or the command prompt, and we are logged in as an administrator for the command line. In order to use the advanced firewall, you have to be an administrator to do so. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the Netshell utility, all right, which is NETSH, advanced firewall commands, which will be, forgot the V again. Remember, syntax is important. Show current profile. And what this does is pretty much show your network profile. So right now we're using a private profile setting. It could be either domain or public. And it tells you the state that's on. The firewall policy is block inbound, allow outbound. So there's just some information here that you can use as a network technician or as an IT technician to see exactly the state of the network. Okay, the next one we want to do is we want to check out all the networks on the computer. So we can check out the private, the public, and the domain all at once if we wanted to. Just type in NETSH ADV firewall show all profile states. Alright, as you can see, it shows the domain state, it's on. So all the firewalls are on each profile for the domain, the private, and public. Alright, the next command that I'm going to show you guys is show rule name. I'm just going to go ahead and run the command. It's pretty much showing you every protocol that's going through the firewall. Alright, this is the rule name, Windows Media Player Network Sharing Service. It's telling you that it's HTTP streaming out. It's not enabled right now. You can actually go into the list and enable it or disable it. It's telling you that this is an outbound rule, that it's going out into the internet. It tells you which profiles that you can use it on, private or public. And you should have a local IP number, remote IP, and what protocol it's using, TCP. And this is all the information you want to know as an IT technician or a network technician when you're trying to configure the firewall. Now that we have learned how to run commands that give us the firewall data, such as programs, protocols, and features, let's focus on how to allow inbound and outbound connectivity by giving the ICMP protocol access through the firewall. We're going to use the ICMP protocol. For those who don't know what an ICMP protocol does, is basically it's the messenger on the TCP part of the TCP/IP protocol suite. It's the transport protocol that tells your computer that it's having issues with connecting to the network. It's very important to know this because when you start hooking up some of the PCs to the switches in our labs, in our classroom, you're going to find out that you have to actually activate these protocols in order for the computer to communicate with the network. So what we're going to do here is we're going to type in the Netshell the Netshell command that will give us that function. So type in Netshell advanced firewall add rule name all ICMP v4, and that's going to be the name, which direction it's going to go. It's going to be in because we want to receive it. Action allow protocol equals ICMP v4. All right, let's go ahead and check the firewall to make sure that it is actually activated and using. Let me go ahead and refresh this page. There we go, all ICMP v4. That's what we named it, and that's where it is. The private and public is activated. So we successfully did that, and it looks like we're good to go. We can also view our changes by running the show all command in the advanced firewall settings. So all we're going to do here is I'm going to go backtrack to the name all rule. I'm going to hit enter, let it run, and then we will go back to the top of the list. Here's the quickest way to do it. Here we see right here all CMP4 v4. That's the name of the rule that we called it. So this is everything that's within that protocol. Okay, that completes this segment of configuring the firewall using the command line interface. In the next video, I will show you how to create a script that will allow you to work on multiple machines with the same configurations to each device on the same network.